Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the King. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. And today we have a little bit of a fun video for you guys. Recently, I was watching one of Otz's stream and he gave a little joke on me doing a cosmetic tier list on what survivor has the best cosmetics. And I actually quite like that idea, so we're going to be exploring and making a tier list of what survivor has the best cosmetics in the game. This is going to be really fun. But before we jump on into this video, guys, today we have a sponsor. I'm going to go ahead and play that video for you guys right now.
Sick and tired of your full battery? Say goodbye to that power with the Black Hole Battery Drainer, officially the world's fastest battery drainer, compatible with any battery-powered device. 100 to 0% in under 15 seconds. Power goes in, but it won't come out. Guaranteed.
And boom, power's gone.
Yeah, awesome. Why would I want this?
Cool, now I can't use my phone at all.
Black Hole Battery Drainer, all your power gone. Get yours now at blackholepower.com.
See, I got you guys. You guys thought it was Raid Shadow Legends, but it was. I'm just kidding. Today's sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a dark fantasy RPG game that is free to play on PC, and it's also cross-platform. In Raid, there's a bunch of things to do and a lot of places to explore, like the tavern, the portal, the arena, and the dungeons. Right here, you're actually seeing me take a look at my champions and leveling them up as well. And now there's an update for the daily reward login program for new players, where the time to collect your daily rewards has been doubled from 90 to 180 days. Each day you can claim new rewards such as energy fills, silver, and gems and shards, and even a free barbarian legendary champion. So if you guys are interested in getting Raid Shadow Legends and giving it a try, the link will be down below. If you are a new player and you use that link, you'll get 100,000 silver and a free champion, the Slasher. Take a look at how badass this guy is. You'll also find your extra rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days. Alrighty, so now that that announcement is out of the way, we can now start on our tier list. I look a little bit different because we're recording this on a separate day. So before we jump on into this, there are two characters on this list that do not qualify for what we're about to do. Those being Bill and Quentin. They don't have any cosmetics. And for that reason, we're going to have to take our buddy Quentin, put him in the F tier, and take our boy Bill and put him in the F tier as well. That's just because they don't qualify. It doesn't mean that they won't get any cosmetics in the future, but just for now, we're gonna have to leave him there. Now that we got those out the way, we can go ahead and start from the top and work our way down. So our first boy on the list is Dwight with 65 cosmetics. We'll start off with Viggo's Apprentice. He has this very nice dapper style to him, glasses. This suits him very well. And they've gone ahead and used this dapper and hipster style for a lot of his cosmetics. In addition to this, to think about like Pizza Boy Dwight, really damn cool. The first time we're seeing a whole pizza box. And then think about the Welf. Like, what is it actually called? Mr. Elf, the Welf? Like, look at that. Look at the shoes, man. Dwight has some awesome cosmetics. You can even see like this being used, and he has this amazing backpack going on. There's just a lot of stuff for Dwight that works really good. Then you have like his job as a mechanic, and then you have him more in a dapper style. As I mentioned before, these are all more dapper type of clothing. And then, of course, you have him in his default attire. I'm going to have to go ahead and put Dwight pretty high up. And I think we're going to go ahead and put him in the B tier. Dwight has some really, really awesome cosmetics, and I can't deny that at all. We have to put him in a B tier because competition is pretty tough when it comes down to clothing. Some of these characters have really, really, really elegant and nice clothing. Dwight has more of the unique sense of style, but when it comes down and boils down to it, there's just a lot of dapper clothing and then just a couple variations with the Pizza Boy, the mechanic. Moving on, we have our girl Meg, and you know, we absolutely love Meg. 71 total cosmetics in total. Now, Meg has a lot of different variations to her. Obviously, she has, this is my look, what I run on her. She has the standard default Meg look, and then she has like the 90s outfit going on for her. Very beautiful, very lovely. She also has the cross country with a huge backpack. Just so much variation here. And then she has a completely different hairstyle, which is just more like a more edgy kind of look. Looks really, really nice. And then, of course, we have all the default ones. And then it also flips the script where she has her hair in a messy bun. And then she has all these bomber vests with shorts as well. Then you have the more like standard laid back kind of feel to it. Ripped jeans, you know, looks like she's about to go to the beach. You have a couple of variations of that, same with the shades as well. Then you have the tennis outfits, you know, so she's doing a little bit of everything. Oh man, I love the pink polo. It works well. And then you have the more edgy Meg, you know, she shaves half of her hair, and then like she has this amazing jacket going on. Then you have more of her running outfit, and she has her boots on the back, and she's getting ready to run. Then you have more of a Japanese style kind of outfit. Of course, you have, this was one of the first cosmetics that we've seen for her. I'm gonna have to put Meg in like a really high tier. Not only this, but we also have Legacy and Twitch shirt on Meg, and this red hair is just so amazing as well. As I said, this is mine. I'm a little bit biased, but you know, how can I not be? The sheer amount of cosmetics that she has as well speaks for itself. So we're gonna have to put Meg in the A tier. She is amazing. She has all of these lovely cosmetics, and she deserves to be up there. Next on the list is Claudette with an outstanding 65 cosmetics, which is the second highest that we have for all of these characters. And Claudette has a lot of variations as well. She has her apprentice outfit just like the white that we've seen before, which gives her some more lore aspect as well. Then she has her Fog Travelers collections, which is very, very beautiful. You have a lot of things going on. You have more of like a dress prom-y kind of feel going on with this outfit. And then you have obviously the Japanese style of cosmetics going on for her. And you have the more urban hipster kind of feel. And you have her, and again, similar to the Fog Travelers collection, we have the New Year celebration. Of course, we have some variations to that as well. And then you have the more of the Velma kind of look, as I like to call it. Then you have the Grandma Claudette, of course, and then her default outfits. Pretty standard stuff across the board. You know, she doesn't have any outstanding cosmetics that you're like, whoa, look at this. This is absolutely amazing. But she does have quite a lot. So we're going to have to go ahead and drop her into the B tier. Dwight will be higher than her because Dwight also has some variations. I'm very close to putting Dwight in the A tier as well, but we'll see as the video goes on. But Claudette will be in the B tier for now. And let's move on to our next survivor, who's Jake. So Jake, just like the other characters, has his Halloween outfit, which I think is probably the best one that we received for the Hallowed event. This is probably the most beautiful one that we've had for all of them when comparing them. He also, again, has his Fog Collector's one, which is more dapper than his Japanese one that came out with the set. He has the 90s wear just like Meg. But besides that, Jake is pretty standard when it comes across the board. It's pretty much the same kind of feel with all of them. There's nothing really that's outstanding. Of course, you have the Cowboy Jake, which is really cool. But besides that, even in the Rift Pass, we kind of had the same standard Jake outfit. The only other one that's different is the conductor one, but Jake is pretty normal when it comes down to it, to say the least. For that, we're going to have to take our boy Jake and put him in the C tier. I'm sorry for all you Jake mains out there, but he definitely can use some more cosmetics that make him look very, very awesome. Moving on the list, we have Nia. Nia with 56 cosmetics. Now, Nia, I must admit, has some really cool outfits. I'm not a Nia fan myself, but when looking and comparing her outfits to some of the other survivors, she has some really good ones. Like, take a look at this. This was the first time we've seen a cosmetic that glows coming on into the game. We have Cat Lady Nia as well. Mixing it with variations works pretty good as well. We also have the green-haired one, which reminds me of Lumi. Then we have like the more urban kind of skatey kind of girl. You also have her in her blue outfit, which has the variation right here of her in a skirt and high boots. Pretty nice. Of course, you have this one, which is her essentially hiking, and it looks amazing. We also have the regular standard cosmetics that you see, very edgy, very hip, very cool. And then of course we have the cat girl, pineapple, and the tiger one. And then we have her normal outfits, and of course her Japanese outfit, which looks absolutely amazing. I think this is her best cosmetic in the game, and I'm gonna have to rate Nia pretty highly, actually. I love what they've done with the backpack. This was the first time I see an iteration of this. I believe she was the first one to get an iteration of a backpack kind of variation, so we're gonna have to put Nia pretty high on the list. So we're gonna put her right after Meg on the A tier. She has some pretty nice stuff. I can't deny that. She does have some pretty good stuff, even though I'm not the biggest Nia fan. I didn't realize how hard it's going to be to rate people on their outfits. Speaking of, David King is next. Look at that dapper boy. Very, very beautiful cosmetics. Obviously, we have the iconic shirtless David, which can be combined with literally anything that you have. And then we have the more boxer kind of look that goes on with him. We know that he was a boxer in his lore, so we have a lot of variations to that. And of course, we have these cosmetics as well, which suit him quite well. But I mean, like, they're pretty standard. We have the night security David, which a lot of people run, or the UPS driver, as some people call him with this outfit. And then we have the supporter outfits, which, you know, they're pretty standard. And then we have the regular, of course, David King outfits, but shirtless David, and then his new dapper outfit that came out in the Rift. You know, they're pretty nice cosmetics. I can't complain about them, but he doesn't stand out as some of the other characters. And for that reason, we are also going to put David in the C tier, but above Jake, because, you know, he does have shirtless David, which is a huge variation. The first shirtless character we've seen coming on into the game, which is, you know, something the community wanted. Up next on the list is Lori. Now, Lori only has one outfit, which is just a little bit of a variation, you know, not too much going on, so we can't really rate her fairly against everybody else. So for that reason, we are going to have to settle and put Lori in the D tier. That's just because she only has one outfit, and we can't really fairly assess her when comparing against other characters. Ace is next on the list, the gambling boy himself. He has this amazing Moonrise outfit, which looks so elegant on him. And then, of course, we have the Vegas gambling kind of Ace, looks like a GTA front cover. We got the money coming out of his pocket. Then we have the more of like the very classy, very, you know, elegant kind of Ace. I really do like the variations that he has, the high roller as they call it. That's actually what the cosmetic is named. I didn't even notice. And then, of course, we have the more standard ones where he just looks like, you know, a gambler, very dapper. This one, of course, this is the War as Hell, a throwback to like the earlier days. Very, very beautiful. I do like this variation of it. And then again, we just have the standard dapper kind of things. Some guy you'd probably see gambling. Of course, that's what they're going for. And, you know, this reminds me of like those old timey boxers that you see way back in the day. And then, of course, we have the standard outfits. You know, for cosmetic wise, I think he looks pretty good. You know, I thoroughly enjoy his cosmetics. Like, this is something that I would wear. It looks pretty nice. And, you know, everything else is just pretty standard, but nothing really, again, that stands out all too much. So we're also going to be dropping Ace into the C tier, but I think he's better than Jake as well. Jake is getting the short end of the stick here, but he belongs right there. So let's move on to our next character, and our next character is going to be on this list that is going to be in the S tier. She has phenomenal cosmetics, and it pains me to say it being a Meg main, but she definitely has probably the best cosmetics in the game, right next to, in my opinion, Meg and Nia. She's beyond them. You know, Bunny, Fang, Demon Slayer, all those cool things. She deserves to be up there. Quentin obviously doesn't comply. Detective Tap is next on the list. Again, another licensed character similar to Lori. He does have a beat cop variation, an undercover cop variation, and a crisis ready variation. So obviously we have some more than Lori. So, you know, we can't rate him exactly next to Lori, but again, he doesn't stack up to some of the other characters. So he's going to be in the D tier as well, but he's going to be above Lori. And again, that's just because he doesn't really have that much cosmetics going for him. Next on the list is Kate Denson. Now, Kate Denson does have a lot of awesome cosmetics as well. We have the Winter Wildness cosmetic, which, you know, she looks pretty good in it. It's a nice variation to her. A lot of people have, I'm noticing a trend here. A lot of these characters have a lot of sporty kind of wear and hiking and adventures like that. Maybe I should go outside more. I mean, I can't now, but you know what I mean. This one is one of my favorite cosmetics on her. I don't actually have it because I don't play Kate like that, so that's why I don't have it. We have the Award Night cosmetic where she's very dapper again. She looks pretty good. You can see her tattoo showing off. Very nice head with the makeup. I do like that a lot. Maybe I will get that. Actually, uh-oh, did not mean to do that. Then we have the Tokyo Headliner cosmetic with her hair. I don't know what's going on with her hair. I still don't, but the cosmetic itself is very nice. She has the high boots, the short pants, and the cowboy hat on the back of her shirt. Then we have the American Kate with her American top that she made into a crop top. We also have the similar cosmetic to Meg that obviously came out before with her shaved head. A lot of shaved head cosmetics as well. Nia's had some, Meg's had some. I think the people on the cosmetic team really are digging that look. So she looks like a badass right here. Of course, you have the Small Town Girl cosmetic, which is a standard one that you would probably see. And then just the normal variations to Kate. Kate does have some pretty good cosmetics all around. The cowboy hat being one that kind of, I wouldn't say breaks the third wall, but again, with the backpack variations on some of the other characters, it really sets a tone to what the future cosmetics should look like. And then, of course, you have these pickaxes that she has as well that just dangle. I think Kate has some really good cosmetics. I don't think she's quite up there just because she doesn't have a lot of the cosmetics that some of the other characters has, but she's definitely up there. I'm going to put her above Claudette, right before Dwight, because Dwight does have some really cool variations. Kate's are just more standard and normal, so she'll be in the B tier right above Claudette, but below Dwight. Adam Francis is next on the list, and Adam really doesn't get a lot of cosmetics. We haven't seen this boy get a lot of cosmetics in a long time. Besides his standard default collection outfits that he has in just a couple of variations as well, we have the tuxedo one, as they call it, which is just a standard jean jacket and jeans. We have the very freshman kind of look, which came out ages ago, where he looks like Carlton. And since then, we've only received 2 more, which I don't know what's going on here, but it's okay. You know, it's not the best. And then we have this one as well, which again, just okay cosmetics. Adam needs a lot more cosmetics. He's our first original character that is actually going to be sent to the D tier, but of course he's going to be above every other character because, you know, he does have a lot of variations that can compete, but still he is pretty low on the list just because he doesn't have a lot. Jeff Johansson is next on the list, and of course you have his standard just color variations. For the color variations for Jeff, it's not really too significant. Like, if you've seen any of these, you wouldn't really take a second look to think about it. For example, like if you think about Meg, she's iconically pink, and then you change her to green, blue, whatever the color may be. With Jeff, you can't really notice if you do decide to change that. And then he has his other attires, which are just variations off of each other, which again, just pretty standard. Nothing that really screams, oh my god, look at that cosmetic. Then we have obviously him with shorts, short sleeves, and it looks like, you know, he's in a motorcycle gang. And then of course a variation to that. Into the Sunset is when it started getting really good. The headpiece looks really good. He looks like Jon Snow right there, as a lot of people have mentioned before. Then we have a variation to that as well, which again, just looks like a badass biker. This is probably my favorite cosmetic for him. And then we have the black metal as well, which is really standing out, and, you know, face paint is really awesome because we never seen face paint on a character before. So again, something that breaks the third wall. It's not the third wall, but that's what I'm calling it for now. And then of course we have the Galaxy, where he's more elegant. I love when characters have a lot of variation to them, so he looks elegant in this sense. And then the other ones, he's just very like hard and tough. But again, when compared to some of the other characters, he doesn't really fit up to par, and he's also going to be in the D tier, and I'm gonna put him above Adam just because, again, he has some things that really show a lot of dynamic and range with him, whereas Adam just has like pretty standard dapper and modern. You know, for him, you know, he has the tough guy, he has the face paint, and then he also has the very elegant kind of side to him. So we're gonna put him in the D tier, but just above. Jane is next on the list, and Jane has some really good cosmetics. I can't even lie about that. We have the fashion icon that reminds me so much of Patricia. So I mean, I absolutely love it. I might actually just buy this cosmetic. I don't even play Jane like that. It looks very nice. Like, just look at her outfit. It looks complete and amazing. This was the most recent one that we received, so you can see how far the art team has gone. We have the magazine ready outfit, which is one of the more iconic Jane outfits that you would see. A very beautiful face going on there, and then like she just looks good, man. Like, what can I say? We also have the Day of the Dead cosmetics, which, you know, shows again dynamic range to some of these characters. So it shows some more of her roots, and it shows the representation. Of course, we have the photo shoot ready, where she's in a very nice outfit. I love the choker that she has as well, and then she has the glasses. Makes it look very good. These are things that people would wear in real life in modern day. Then again, we have the variation that shows the range, more of her being artsy. You know, we have her art cosmetic. Then we have the daytime chat show, where she is doing her show. Again, we have another variation to that, which a beautiful dress. I didn't even know you could break these into 2. Wow. I should start playing Jane a little bit more. And then of course you have her default collection with just her suit. And I mean, she has some really good cosmetics. Even though there's nothing that's like big like some of the other characters that have backpacks and things like that, it really shows her range, and I just really like the way the cosmetics look. So I'm gonna have to put Jane in the A tier as well. I know some of you might be mad saying that, you know, Dwight has these amazing variations and yet you pull Jane up here. I don't know, it's just my list. That's how I feel. I just like her cosmetics, okay? You guys are more than welcome to make your own. Our boy Ash is up next, and again, not really much to compare. He hasn't received cosmetics in a very long long time. Just 3 variations, obviously very iconic to the show. I never really watched the show, so I'm not way too attached to it. So Ash is going to be in the D tier for me, again above Lori, and I think I'm going to also put him above Detective Tap, just because he does have some more iconic outfits. You know, the puppet hand is really cool. It's the first time we're seeing a puppet hand in, but besides the puppet hand, it can't really take him above and beyond towards some of these other characters. And yeah, let's move on to the next person on our list. So next on the list is Nancy Wheeler. And Nancy Wheeler, you know, Stranger Things, you know, she has the very iconic clothes that are in the show, but again, there's only 3 of them. And as much as I do love Nancy Wheeler, I'm gonna have to be fair. These aren't like super duper iconic, you know, these aren't like groundbreaking cosmetics, just standard Nancy Wheeler cosmetics, and for that reason, we're also going to have to rate her low. But I'm biased. I do like Nancy Wheeler, so I am going to put her in the C tier, and we're going to put them at the bottom of the C tier. However, you know, I want to be fair to some of the other characters. I would put her in the D tier, but I just like the way it looks because it reminds me so much of the show. It represents it very well, and that's why she's in the C tier. Fight me. Of course, we have Steve as well. We have the last minute babysitter, which is super duper iconic to the show. We have Scoops Ahoy Steve. Like, just imagine how much people were cosplaying this. It was, oh, it's insane. And of course, we have This Is Not Happening. It's just so iconic to the show. So iconic. Again, he has the backpack variation as well. And I mean, Scoops Ahoy is just Scoops Ahoy. So my boy Steve is going all the way into B tier. Now, he's going to be above Claudette and above Kate Denton, not above Dwight, because Dwight has, again, some variations. And you might be saying, well, what the heck? Why'd you put some of these survivors down here that only had 2 or 3 cosmetics? It's just because of the impact that these cosmetics have. You know, there's so much people that cosplay as Scoops Ahoy Steve, and then just the backpack variation again and how iconic it is to the show. Nancy doesn't really fit the glove for this one because this is just way more iconic, man. Way more iconic. And you might be saying, why not put Ash up there then? Well, he just really has the puppet hand. I mean, Ash is a little bit more old school, whereas this show is just, it has a special place in my heart. So that's why I'm ranking it there. Again, my tier list, fight me in the comments. Yui is up next. Now, Yui is one of the newer characters, so we can't be too rough on her. She doesn't have a lot of cosmetics. Obviously, her variations, which are pretty standard. Then we have the tech suit, which is, you know, pretty nice. Yui's this badass kind of girl, and that's kind of the vibe that they've been going with her, so we haven't really seen too much diversity and dynamic range when it comes to her cosmetic. Just badass girl. This cosmetic is the motocross one, which is, you know, it's okay. This cosmetic was one of my favorites. It's just with the bandana over her mouth, but again, it just looks like her regular cosmetics with her crop top. And then, of course, we have the Japanese style cosmetic for her as well. I do love the way Yui looks and everything about her, but just because there's not really much dynamic range or variation, we're gonna have to drop her in here, and we're gonna put her all the way into the D tier. She's gonna actually be behind Adam. That's just because she's one of the newer characters, so we can't fairly assess her to some of the other characters. Probably contradicting myself, by the way, saying all of these things with these characters having few cosmetics, so we can't compare with the whole Steve placement and things like that. But and finally, last but not least, we have Dorinda, and Dorinda just has her default cosmetics as is, color variations. You know, you can really see them, and then she has again another color variation that you can buy, and just more color variations realistically. She then has the award nominee one, which, you know, it's okay. It makes her look like way older than she actually is, so I'm just like, I don't know. It's just a normal suit that we have in her. And then, of course, a variation to that as well. Then we have her with a tripod on the back, which is really, really cool. And she has a camera as well, so her and Adam can go take some photos. And then we have the grant applicant one, which this one's probably my favorite cosmetic so far. And then we have the cosmetics that Polly covered in his video that are like the leaked cosmetics that will be coming on into the game very soon. And that one is really, really nice. If we were to have to rate her for now, I would also have to put her in the D tier. And I'm going to have to put her below Yui as well. And that's pretty much going to wrap up my tier list. That's how I feel about all of these characters. I know a lot of you guys might be upset if you main some of these characters. I know there's a lot of Yui mains out there that might be offended by my comments, but that's just how I feel about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I tried to be as fair as possible with how cool the cosmetics were, how much they show and tell about the character, how iconic they are, how much cosmetics they have. and just the variations of it. This is what I came up with. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. A nice little fun tier list to make and create. We might be doing more like this in the future. Maybe we'll even do one of these for the killers if you guys really enjoy this. But that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below. As always, I'm the king. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.